Police Chief Jim Donnelly is going to do a little discussion about our traffic studies, methods, and goals. Jim, the floor is yours.
Good evening. As you know, traffic's a huge problem in Warminster Township. It should only take me about 45 minutes to an hour to get through this.
Thanks, Jim.
And I can get on with your night. Yeah, traffic's a huge thing. The overall goal with traffic is, one, to bring awareness back to the operator of their vehicle and making sure they know what they're doing, and to reduce accidents. When I took over in 2013, we had about 1,500 accidents a year. Last year, we had 1,100. So we're having some effect, reducing the accidents, targeting certain places. One was reducing the roads we focused on to about 11 roads. There were feeder roads to different intersections. We've increased that up to 14, and I'll get into why, and then I'll get into a couple other things. But 1,100 accidents last year. We're at 600 accidents so far this year. 147 are reportable, which means somebody was hurt, something was towed, it was a municipal vehicle or a mass transit vehicle that occurred. Another 396 were non-reportables, 78 were hit and runs. Right now, last year we had about 5,000 traffic stops, almost 5,100. Right now we're at about almost 2,400. So we're on par with that. Everything's tracking. We don't change a whole lot. The only thing that's up this year compared to last year, and I don't have the time frame, but we had 3 fatals last year, and we have 3 fatals already as of July 1 this year. So our goal is to reduce those fatals somehow, someplace. The one we had was tragic on Newtown Road last year. That was kind of an offset one, or our fatals usually run up around Street in Delmont or Street in Newtown. Street in Newtown is because people cross the street in the middle of the block coming from the hotel to the 7-Eleven or the bar or the Aldi or something along that nature, or back and forth. And it's dark because of the base used to be there. And then usually Delmont or up that way, Cooper, is because of speed, because you have that long stretch between the golf course. And if you hit the traffic light at Delmont, you're going to hit the traffic light at St. David's and Cooper. That being said, couple good things that came out so far. We were able to hire and get up, our numbers were increased to 46. That allowed us to put 1 individual officer out. All he does is highway. He started Monday all he does is work day work and do traffic details and answer traffic complaints. There is a highway officer in each squad that rotate around the clock and handle accidents, but he handles nothing but details. He was out on Phillips handling the Phillips complaint. We got a complaint yesterday for Old York with some new construction out on New York. So he was out on 2 traffic details the last 2 days on Old York. He's been handling Henry Avenue. He was up on Delmont, and he was on, we're doing a study down on Centennial right now. With that said, but the 14 roads we focus on are Valley, Delmont, Norristown, Henry, York, Centennial, Davisville, Jacksonville, Mern, Street, Log College, Ivy Land, County Line Road, and Roberts. That's 14 streets. And he's going to be working through that along with the highway officers working daily in the squads to hit those streets. So we're going to increase the amount of traffic details and everything else we're doing. That being said, we're working with the school district. School district is supposed to be implementing bus patrol. If you're not familiar with bus patrol is cameras on the side of school buses, because we get probably anywhere from 5 to 10 complaints from school buses every day about people passing buses in the arms and the kids, and the tragic accident you saw in Ben Salem about 5-6 years ago where somebody sped past Ben Salem Boulevard and it killed young kids. So we're going to work with them on that. The other thing we have that the county implemented was Viper. Viper's countywide. It's on certain intersections, and it reads your tag, and it tells us whether it's the registration's good, bad, stolen, the operator is, things like that. So we have one at County Line in York, and we're getting one at Street and Jacks. We'll have one probably at Bristol in York shortly, and one at Street in York. So we're looking to move towards that. The street signs and the radar detectors, what we have, that's where we were deficient. Our equipment is rather old. And I'm going to be talking to the manager about how, and Mr. Ramey about how we can work some of those things. But one of the big things that you've seen in my report over the last probably 4 months is red light cameras. I looked into red light cameras in 2016. The company couldn't answer my question. The one question I had was, how long are we stuck with this? If we want to get rid of it. That was answered. The contract 7 years. So I went to Abington in 2016 and tried to get those up and running. They just couldn't answer the question. But that'll open us up to other grants that can help us replace and replenish our other equipment, our radar detectors, our signs, things like that. But I'd be looking to get one at Street in York and one at Street in Jacks. We would have a deal with that. I could get, if we get to that process, because right now they're a hot commodity. Lower Marion was just on the TV when I came in here. They're producing, they're rolling theirs out. Warrington's had theirs for about 6 months. Ben Salem's had theirs for 6 months. Abington's had theirs for about 4 years. Middletown, Falls. Who else? There's somebody else.
Philadelphia has them everywhere.
Philadelphia's always had them. They have,
Yeah.
I'd really like to get my hands on speed cameras. If I get hands on speed cameras and put them in those stretches between Norristown and Delmont and between Davisville Road and Newtown Road, we would probably see our fatals go down, because they're the only 2 areas in the whole township that you can really open up, and they're hard to manage.
Right.
Are they very expensive?
Red light cameras, they pay for themselves.
Okay.
Red light cameras, what happens is,
The speed cameras.
the speed cameras
Speed.
probably operate the same way, but they're not
Speed.
authorized for anybody outside the city in the first class.
Okay.
So the
okay.
state has to authorize them. But red light cameras, we're authorized for red light cameras.
Okay.
But what happens is, a company comes in, puts them in, the money that's generated off them, they
Right.
take their part out of it, we take our cost out of it. Anything over each part's cost goes into the grant fund, which is the ARLE. Yeah,
Okay.
automated red light
Arlie,
system, so.
Arlie grant, yes.
Arlie grant, so that's where we would dip into to get, or apply to get into the cameras, or the signs and all that other stuff we need. But trailers and all that is where we're descending. We only have 2 signs. We have both on Newtown Road, and we have one that travels, and then we have the speed detector, which is now on Centennial Road. And we have a high volume right now of traffic studies. We've done almost every road, but now everybody's asking again. We were just on Phillips. We are on Centennial. We're going to Old York.
You're on Newtown a lot too, I noticed.
They're on Newtown
All the time.
we can't fix.
Yeah.
It's historical.
Yeah.
And it's conduct. Newtown, Davisville, Centennial, all
Yes.
these roads,
Mm-hmm.
I did studies, I did traffic details on these roads.
I
We've been at
think-
them for 40 years.
I think Centennial is doing much better than Newtown.
The only one that's not on this list that we worked consistently was Kirk and Newtown, when Kirk and Newtown
Okay.
went through.
Okay.
And the only reason that stopped is because the park went right across it and killed it.
Right.
But that's the only construction we've done on a road that changed anything. If anything, they did construction on Delmont Avenue 10 years ago and made it an airport.
Yeah.
You could land a plane on Delmont Avenue.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, narrower is better.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, it brings the comfort of everybody else. So we've been working on Henry. Oh, that's where our other sign is. It's down on Henry between Victoria and County Line because of the complaint down there. So we're trying, they're working, and that's where we're at.
You
Any
see
questions?
the effort, that's, I just wanted
They're
to
out
make that
everywhere.
comment. That's what
But-
I wanted to let you know, I see them everywhere on
Yeah.
all those roads that you're mentioning, and I think that's a good thing, I think it's a deterrent.
Yeah, Centennial just got redone. They re-put the lines down, so we'll be
I
back down on
know,
there on
yes.
Centennial.
Yeah.
And the officer will be down there. Right now, Centennial's kind of slow
Mm-hmm.
compared to what the other 6-8 months are when school's open.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, because each place has a certain time frame.
Yes.
The schools is anywhere between 1:30 and 2:30, 3 o'clock, because everybody, it's hard to get in. You're not going to speed up Centennial Road at 7:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Traffic's backed up. But 2:30 in the afternoon,
They
you don't have that
fly
problem,
down
and they
there.
just uncork.
Yeah.
And they go everywhere, so, and that's it.
Chief,
Thanks,
got a
Chief.
couple questions for you.
Sure.
One is, I know that those red light cameras work, and I
Mm-hmm.
remember before I was on this board, it was met with some resistance because people don't want to get cited if
It
there's
is
not
what
an
it is.
officer there, but they do work. I know at Bustleton
Mm-hmm.
and Byberry, there's very few accidents there now. I mean, I'm sure there's some,
Mm-hmm.
because it's such a busy intersection, but in your opinion, that these red light cameras at the major intersections like Jacksonville and Street and York Road. That'll help, not so much for revenue, but stopping, people will think twice before they start
Oh,
blowing
yeah,
through
because
those
there's
red
signage and all that stuff.
Right,
But,
right.
I mean, we had a real bad fatal last year at Street in York. Poor lady got killed by a guy blew, I mean, that was just horrendous if you saw
Yeah.
the video. But we can't sit on those intersections.
Exactly.
Right.
There's no place, unless you have a motorcycle, you're not gonna
Right.
sit anywhere near those intersections.
Right.
You try, you get in there, but you're not gonna sit on those types of intersections.
Well, the cameras will
Norristown
will
and-
alleviate that.
Yeah,
Right.
Norristown and York's another one.
Yeah.
County line in York's another one. I mean, this is the way it's coming. It's just how you manage, the personnel and managing. It becomes a personnel issue on how you get to them. So right now with two, when one officer and the highway officers, we can manage all that. And then the bus, because we'll have to have some say in the bus patrol. We'll have to click on whether or not it's a violation or not. So it just takes time. You know,
Well, I'm glad we could help by adding a couple more officers. I mean, I know we maintained 44 all through the financial struggles here, and now we have 46, so I'm glad we could help. The other question I have for you, I know there's a lot of people that always want stop signs at their intersections, thinking that that's going to control, calm traffic. It's my understanding that that really does not really calm traffic.
I mean, the engineer could, I mean, people
It's
speed
not
up.
permitted by
They-
PennDOT.
Yeah, it's not permitted, but people speed up between them if they're not used to it. They
Well,
go.
yeah, if you have more stop
I mean,
signs,
we
it's like
can't-
South
You
Philadelphia.
just can't put them up. There's some research that has to go into it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's, then becomes a stop sign violation that we sit on. Because
Exactly.
people start blowing the stop sign. I mean, that's what happened in 1996 when they just put up stop signs everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
So-
Back in the early 70s, I was dating a girl from South Philly.
Yeah.
She said, "Why are you going so slow?" I said, "Because there's a stop sign 30 feet away."
Yeah.
Every intersection, there's a stop
Yeah,
sign.
you
You know,
can
people
hit
race
stop
between
signs
them.
everywhere. I mean, and
Yeah.
it's just, yeah, it gets to be, but people are, if you know the neighborhood, you can cut through. That's the problem we're having with Phillips.
Yeah.
Because you can get from Street and Mearns to Lilly and Bristol in 5 minutes if you know where you're going.
Right.
And we have a lot of people cutting through.
Yeah,
on
Worthington, you can get from Bristol and Log College to Bristol, Street and Valley,
They
like
go up
that,
St.
if you
David's,
know where
they
you're
s-
going.
They speed up St. David's.
So
and
the
they
stop
speed right
signs-
past the stop sign where the school bus stops too, and it's dangerous.
Yeah.
So the stop signs, basically, people are just going to roll through them anyway. So they're
Yeah,
really
and
not.
there's a lot of work. I mean, there's a lot of work. You got to prove a lot of things.
Exactly.
You got to get a
PennDOT-
warrant
I know
for
there
a
was
stop sign.
some
PennDOT has
information that
requirements
was.
for that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what he's
Okay,
talking
so
about.
you have to meet other criteria. I just did a study. Actually, PennDOT did come out because it was a sight distance issue at an intersection, and it did warrant it. Even there was speeding and there was volume, it wasn't until it met there was a lack of sight distance. So PennDOT actually came out and did a study and warranted
Yeah,
it.
and-
But you can't put in just to control speeding.
And
That's
we've
the
done
end.
things like Park Avenue is a prime example. Park at Street, Park at County Line. We put no left turns because all that did was cause accidents.
Oh,
And
yeah, that was-
we were handling 5-6 accidents a day because people are trying to creep across 4 lanes of highway
Right.
to get whatever. And if you're on the County Line roadside, that's what caused some of our fatals down there. People coming up over the hill and people trying to come across. You know, I can name 3 motorcycle accidents off the top of my head that occurred.
Right.
So, I mean, it's not built for this town's not built for the volume it gets right
Right.
now.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Chief.
10 minutes.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Chief.
See?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.